right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hi Podcast. I'm Dad. I'm Joe.
And I'm Frankie Frank, also known as Frank the Tank, also known as Frank Tastic.
We're 14 seconds into episode 1 and already. All right. So you kind of already get a feeling of how he acts. We're two friends. We've known each other for, you know the math. Do the math.
God damn, though, bro. 21 years now. We're going on 21 years now, bro.
God, I need new friends.
We were 13, 14 years old.
No.
Yes. Sophomore, freshman.
You start high school 13, 14?
You start at 14. So, long story short, very long time. We've known each other for a good amount of time. The both of us have really kind of gone through a lot of the major stages of life together. So,
we are not life partners. We have wives.
We've been mistaken for life partners a little too often. A little too often for
but
my
you know what's
takes.
bad about that? We both played into it. Like, we didn't even deny it. It was like, yeah, who's the better looking partner out of the two of us?
Yeah, it's like, wait. Oh, no, wait. The last one. Oh, we thought you were together. It's like, okay, wait, but hold on. Who's the top? Who's the top? Who's the bottom?
You made those two women so uncomfortable when you asked that.
Anyway.
So anyways, as you can tell by that strange story, this is a podcast about being fathers. Apparently there's a lot of those. When we had this idea, we said, hey, there's nobody talking about being dads. And then I found like 30 of them. That's how much we pay attention to crap.
Well, there's no time, right? There's really no time to pay attention to a lot of this stuff.
Dude, there's not even enough time to make coffee in the morning, and coffee is necessary.
God damn. Yeah, it sure is. It's a phrase kind of what we're doing here, right? We want to talk a lot about dad topics, father topics.
You mean that's what we were already talking about?
Yeah, well, but we were just talking shit. Now, we want to bring it back, frame things,
Bring it back, bring it back.
And because we're dads that like try to be there and present and all that bullshit.
Getting a little off track. I know we're supposed to be introducing ourselves and all that, but like this has always been something. And I full disclosure, I'm the dad that tends to worry about, like, I don't want to continue the generational trauma, and I don't want to have it like my parents had me kind of deal. So I've always wondered, like, yo, what is it too much if you're pushing your own like interests on your kids? Like, you see not cartoons, you see like sitcoms and stuff like that where the dad's like, I don't know, like a Star Wars fan, and he's like, this is Star Wars and this is this, and he sits his kid down in a room that has like action figures all over it. It's like,
yeah,
is that bad to push that much on them? Like, I know you care a little less about that kind of stuff.
A lot less. I'll be honest. So in my experience, and full disclosure, right, we ain't out here giving the secrets to life, right? We're just
time out.
Shit.
I think we need to excise full disclosure from our comments at this point, because we've said it like 6 times.
Have we said full disclosure 6 times?
We have.
Really?
Yeah, we're like, full disclosure.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
ABC, full disclosure. He has 3 nipples. Like,
okay. Anyway, I ain't out here trying to give advice, right? We're just here talking. So, the way I see it is that your kids are always going to start off in a way where they want to know who you are and they want to do stuff with you, right?
Yeah, true.
So there is a sense that, yeah, you're kind of pushing your interest on them. You're kind of giving them a jump off point. But then they grow up and they start getting older, and then they start pulling away from you. I feel like the important part is to know when to like let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I've heard that song so much.
Girl dad over here. But then like you got to put in work to get interested in some of the stuff they're interested in.
The only thing my daughters are interested in right now is food.
Right. Well, because, they're a little small, but
to be fair, I'm interested in food.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, you cook a lot, right? Your lasagna's bomb, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I only cook it once a year now. Actually, I don't cook as much as I used to. I used to, for the first 10 years of my relationship, do all the cooking. Once we had the girls, I stopped cooking.
Who cooks?
Denise.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. But, all right. So this probably sounds weird. You stopped cooking once your wife got pregnant? But no, we both started working home because of COVID, as we're drinking Coronas.
Corona.
Yeah, so we both started working from home, and I got the promotion at that time. So now I'm, I have a lot more responsibilities. So I usually work like, more 10, 11-hour shifts, and she gets off earlier. So she's doing all the cooking now, which is why we now have an air fryer. She's in the air fryer cult.
Bro. Yes. Air fryers are awesome.
Air fryers are awesome, but you don't need to air fry everything.
Okay. Yes.
You don't need to air fry everything. She made me an air fried grilled cheese. And me and the girls are like, Mommy, why is the grilled cheese so crunchy?
Yes. Air fried bacon's the shit, though.
Yeah.
Air fried bacon is the shit.
What'd she air fry? She air fried sweet potato patties the other day. That was bomb. I was about to say dope, but that would have dated me.
I just said dope.
I
legit just said dope.
Bet, homie.
2 seconds ago.
So
it's okay. We're kind of old, right? A little bit. So how'd those air fried patties go?
They were good, man. It made it dirty, and I had to scrub the heck out of them.
So why are you talking mad shit about the air fryer if it were fucking good?
Because that grilled cheese wasn't good. That grilled cheese was horrible. It was like eating sandpaper with cheese. I couldn't even tell there was cheese. I was just like, yo, is it just toast? So I call it the air fryer cult.
That's cool though. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like you take on more responsibilities. It makes sense.
Well, I think it's interesting, right? Because she was never a cook. When I met her, and mind you, her father is a professional cook, like chef for like many years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's worked at a ton of okay.
Say it.
He's worked at a ton of Chinese food restaurants because he's Chinese. But he wasn't just like the flip a burger dude. Like, he actually was cooking the food. He owned his own restaurant at one point. Some of the decor in the house came from his restaurant that he no longer owned. Like, he closed.
That's good. That's good stuff.
I hate you. I hate you so much. No, but so like, she never cooked her whole life. Like, and I didn't cook when I met her, but I was like, yo, I gotta impress this girl. I'm gonna show her my throw everything I have in the fridge omelet, which was the only thing I knew how to cook. And apparently that got her to like me. So then I was like, yo, now I gotta start cooking. Ooh. And I was buying like that cheap meat from Aldi's that, like, when you fried up the steak, it would cup into a ball.
Ooh.
So
fucked up from the beginning.
Yeah, so I got better at it, and I did all the cooking, and then it just switched because I was working later, and she had more time, and now she cooks for the girls.
Ooh,
so
from the beginning, it only took what?
It only took
12 years.
12 years, yeah. So I don't even remember how it got here, but yeah, she does all the cooking now.
So I'm the opposite, right? When we first got married, we went the whole. I want to call it 1950s Leave Her to Beaver shit route. Like, I worked, I went home, I went to work, I brought home what little bacon there was to bring home.
Come home and be like, woman, where's my food?
Yeah, come home and be like, woman, where's my food? And she'd be like, it's right here, Zaddy. Had a couple kids, and I didn't know how to cook for the longest time. Like, I didn't know how to cook. Like, I mean, we've been married together now for... Actually, we're going on 15 years this year. This year's 15.
Bro.
Yeah. A long ass time.
Yeah.
For people our age, that's a long time.
Yeah, bro.
It's a long ass time. And it's probably only been the last 5, 6, 7 years.
That's surprising, dude, because that, what was it, brisket you made with like the rosemary twigs and stuff on it? That was A chef's kiss.
Oh no, yeah, I'm pretty confident in my schmeat. Like, it's when I try to cook sides that it fucking sucks.
You know how to handle a piece of meat.
Like, look, 5,000.
This is a dad podcast. What are we talking about? I apologize to any listeners. Episode 2 will probably be better.
No, it
not
won't.
really.
No, well, not at all.
But that kind of goes back to the whole time management thing, right? Like, it was because of time management that we switched. I'm assuming it was the same with you.
Exactly.
So staying on that topic of time, right? We have a third friend who was going to be on the podcast, couldn't really do it, but he was like, "Yo, give me executive producer credits, and you could use my idea." So his idea was one of the topics, and it's kind of stupid, but it's a good topic.
It's a legit topic.
Because it's something both my wife, your wife, and his wife have asked at times.
Yeah.
Why do we, men, but more specifically fathers, spend so much time in the bathroom?
So much time.
Way too much time.
Way too much time. So I'll speak from that, right?
I'll let you speak.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
every time I call you, you're in the freaking bathroom.
Okay, so I'm really regular, right? Number one.
Wait, that was way too much.
I'm real regular, bro. So if you call me after work, between the hours of 6 and 7, right? Most likely I'm going to be taking a shit.
All right, that's fair. But why you always got to be naked when I call?
Because sometimes you got to get ready for the boss battle. You got to completely disrobe and prep yourself mentally for the shit you're about to take.
Bro, I'm going to have to edit all this out. Nobody wants to hear about you.
You asked.
So,
anywho,
I've
yes.
been defeated.
Yes. So, definitely, the time you're taking as a dad when you're taking a shit is almost sacred, right? Because what's supposed to happen is nobody's supposed to bother you while you're taking a shit, right?
Yeah, that don't happen.
It doesn't happen. And it's so frustrating that it doesn't actually happen. I can close the door. I can lock it. I can put the fan on and advertise. I mean, there'll be times where I let everybody in the house know, hey, by the way, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to go take a dookie. All right? That's me letting them know, leave me the hell alone.
Dude, are you like 7? Dookie.
Yeah. I mean, I got young kids.
Fair.
The word dookie is like ageist, right? Like you can say dookie to anybody and they'll get a chuckle out of it and know exactly what you're trying to say.
So, but I mean, I kind of agree with you on that. For me, there's that weird extra level of, I'm a girl dad. I got daughters. I never want them to see me in a state of undress. So I go into a panic if I hear like that little of like the door jiggling or something like that, right? Because I don't want the girls coming into the bathroom. I don't want them to see me. I don't want them to be like, Daddy is taking a poo-poo. So like I've taken to going to my bedroom, closing the bedroom door, going into my bathroom, closing the bathroom door, and then going into the
poop
toilet.
closet.
Yeah, the poop closet, and closing that door.
Damn.
And locking all 3.
This guy's Attack on Titaning is
I'm behind Rosemaria.
He's got the 3 walls set up and it still doesn't work.
So yeah, it doesn't work because one time like I just hear and Chi-Chi's coming in and I'm like, no. God, how did you get past the doors?
Bro, that's so rough. And you know what? Like, I don't have like the real locks on the doors inside the house, right? I got like
that doesn't surprise me.
The penny locks, Like I don't have the key
that's
locks.
what we got, yeah.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like there's no
I thought you meant like
it.
you had like a bunch of busted broken locks.
Hey, what the fuck?
Is what I said so much out of character?
No, it's not. It's not. But still, hey, fuck you, guy.
Hey guy, fuck you.
No, yeah. So I got like the, undo it with a penny lock, right? And so the two oldest are savvy enough to know, like, oh, let me just grab this thing and open it up, right? So if they really want something from me, they're busting through those doors, no matter what. And it's so frustrating, man.
You're just in there in the middle of like a nice movement, and then
Yeah.
kids come up in.
Yeah, and they bust through that door, man. And you know what sucks too is that they never got nothing good to say. Never. There's never
It's
anything
like,
important.
why are you in here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to poop. Daddy. I like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
What?
And like that time is so essential because, man, you get a time to decompress.
I feel like it's the only time.
Yeah, you get to like live for a second. And I know you work from home. I work from home.
Dude.
Our buddy that brought up this topic also works from home. And I mean,
There's no time.
it's post-COVID, right? Post-COVID stuff. So a lot of people are working from home. And you know what? Like having your kids in your face all the freaking time, it's maddening.
So my wife really, really, really wants us to get childcare. I don't want it. Like, I barely saw my dad growing up. So I'm like, it's frustrating. It's annoying. Sometimes, like, I'm in the middle of a meet. I actually have to put the thing now where I blur the background during Teams calls because I got called out by somebody in a meeting. Well, somebody complained to their manager, who complained to and I'm high enough up in the company that it got to like the president's like right hand man was the one who was like, hey, so there was complaints that some people are basically doing childcare during work.
No, stop.
Yeah. So then I had to like put the blur on so you can't see what's going on. And then like a bunch of other departments and were like, we don't get to see your kids anymore. I was like, that's because I got in trouble for having children.
Stop.
Yeah.
They did not snitch on you for that.
Yeah.
Get out.
And my manager was like,
no.
I hate to have to say this.
Get the fuck out of
but
here.
there was a complaint.
Get out of here.
So yeah, like I hate, I don't want to say I hate. I do. I hate that there's like this pressure that it's like you can't have kids even though you're working from home, because screw that. We all have kids, right? Like you can't help it. Just like people who got dogs. Your dogs are in the video. So for me, it's a pain. It's rough to have the kids around, especially when you're trying to do meetings and stuff like that. But I remember growing up not having my father around a lot. And I don't want to do that to my kids. But that means they're always on. There's no escaping it, right?
Yeah.
It's there at all times.
So I kind of have, and I'm going to say a little bit of a differing opinion when it comes to that, right? So I agree. Not having your dad around sucks, right? Dads need to be around. Dads are essential, right? I mean, I don't know this shit because I don't look stuff up that well. I don't do a lot of research that well. But having dads around is a net positive, just in general. Anybody can agree with that, right?
Can somebody give him the Mr. Obvious award? Hello, Captain Obvious. Are you going to help me find a hotel room?
Fuck you. Fuck you, guys.
None of these people today watch commercials, so they're like, Captain Obvious hotel room? I don't get it.
What's a commercial? I thought they were called ads. And anyways. So
Gotta
anyway,
get that grift.
but I also do think that spending time away from them is good too.
Oh, 100%.
Like them knowing that like you're off doing something or you're not around because of you're working or you're like putting stuff together. I mean, like there was a time where I would regularly travel for work, right? At least once a quarter, I'd be gone.
You used to travel a ton.
Yeah, a lot.
We used to joke that you had 2 families.
I mean, I should have. But nah. I think about it now.
You wanted to be that broke?
I know, right? Like, I have nothing right now.
Sidebar, I don't understand how men ever thought it was a good idea to be like, hey, I'll have families on 2 coasts. And I'll just, Like, how broke do you want to be?
It's you just want a nut inside. That's it. That's all it is. And it's just, I just want a cream pie till I die. Like that's how they lived. I mean, my grandfather did it. My uncle did it. Like, I don't know how he's still living with that shit because he's dealing with that right now.
I am literally putting the microphone to my head right now because I'm like, why did I open this door for this man to say cream pie till I die?
You gotta live your life like a fucking thug and cream pie till I die.
Thug life.
That's
right
why
across the belly, Tupac style.
I mean, that's why we're in the situation we're in, right?
God's son, like Nas.
Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I used to travel a lot, right?
Yeah.
They were pretty small at the time. So
Yeah, this was like
the first two.
6 years ago, right?
Yeah, like six years ago.
It was like
about
3
right.
jobs ago for you.
Yeah, actually, yeah, 3 jobs ago.
Nice.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I am technically a millennial, so I like to job hop. That's my thing. But we got the sound effect for that.
You're right. Hold on. Oh, there's a third womp.
Yes.
Oh,
Leave it to the professionals.
leave it to Beaver.
And I won't know what the impact of that was until they're much older. I won't know if they'll hold it against me till they're adults, pretty much.
Yeah.
But for me personally, as their dad, I felt so much more invigorated and so much more attentive to them when I was around after spending the time away from them.
I could see that. Being a good father the way you are, it's not like how it used to be where it's like you come home like, these kids are in my hair and I'm tired, just give me a beer and let me sit in front of the TV. No, you're more like, all right, let me play, what's that game that's like Minecraft or whatever?
I mean, they still play Minecraft now.
Roblox. Let me play Roblox with my boy.
Yeah.
And let me paint my toenails with my girl kind of deal.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Because I feel that too. Like, as soon as I get off of work, I'm like, hey, let's go outside and see if your friends are outside. Let's walk around or something like that. And I'll leave my phone inside because I want to pay attention to them. But I could see that. I guess it's, different strokes for different folks, right? Like, some people, that time away, that break from the kids, absence makes the heart grow stronger kind of deal. For me, I feel dopey and it's like, I don't want to miss him. What's that?
Aerosmith?
That Aerosmith.
I don't want to close my eyes.
Yeah.
Don't want to sleep. I miss you, baby.
And I don't want to miss a thing. That's what I feel like. Like, sometimes my wife's like, oh, here's a picture from like when they came into my office and they were playing. I was like, I missed that. Oh. So I guess it just depends. Like, as you all can probably tell, I'm a little more of the emotional one. I'm like a sad clown crying in a painting.
And I'm definitely the more lax, fuck it, go with the flow one.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. You definitely are that way to the point where I'm like, bro, your kid's running with a scissor. As good.
Hey, we've addressed that a couple of times now.
Actually, no. Like, what happened when we went to the blueberry farm the other day and we got in trouble from that old lady?
The old lady? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because me and you were sitting on that elevated stage, and then my daughter was like, Daddy, can I sit on your lap? And I was like, yeah, you can sit on my lap. And then your son's like, Theo, can I jump up there and run around? And I was like, I don't know. Ask your dad. He's sitting right next to me. And then he's like, Dad. You're like, I don't care. Just don't hurt yourself. And then he starts running around, and the lady's like, you can't be up there.
You know what the sad part about that is? I was like, yeah, you can do it. Just don't hurt yourself. Immediately hurts himself as he's getting off the damn tractor. And I'm like, I'm just shaking my head, like looking at him like, yeah, I gave you one thing. Like, you couldn't just go down the steps. There were steps on the side, and he decided to jump off of it. I mean, it
was like a 6 foot, like,
it wasn't that much,
dude. It was. We both had to hop to get up there.
Yeah. Okay. So it was high. It was high for him, 100%.
From the floor to where we were sitting was about 5.5 feet. I'd say.
You're right.
Because it was like 3 or 4 steps to get up there.
So I don't know what possessed him to think that, like, yeah, let me jump down. It'd be Cash Money. No.
Cash Money, baby.
We're dating ourselves again, right?
Cash Money Records. Yeah, a little bit. But you know what? That's a little bit of like that old school parenting too. Like when you said that, like, I told you one thing, like that, like triggered like flashbacks in my mind. Joey, I told you one thing. And you didn't do that. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know, like, daddy, no.
I know it puts a lot of like pressure on them.
Yeah.
Because once you fuck up that one thing, it's like automatic, son, I'm disappointed.
The meme with like the face and like the gray tone, son, I'm disappointed. Yeah, man.
No more references to like things that'll show our age. Let's do that.
But what if I want to date us?
Then fine. Let's go. Fuck it. Who cares?
Long cat is long.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Go for it. What was your thought?
No. What I was saying is going back to the whole timing thing, right? Like that's our moment of peace. Like for me, when I'm in the bathroom, if I'm not like on my phone or something like that, I like to escape into my head. I'm like thinking about stories and I'm doing this, that, or another, like just imagining stuff, right? And I've been doing that since I was a kid. That's always been my quiet space, and that's how I escape from the kids. Like, you know, that's why I'm behind 3 doors. I'm like Attack on Titan, 3 walls back there, right?
Yeah.
Because that gives me my quiet space. And I know a lot of people, if there's even anybody listening to this, will be like, well, what about your wives? What about your wives? And yeah, that there is a bit of a discrepancy because they don't have that kind of separation from the kids, right? The way we do, because women don't, on average, take as long as we do in the bathroom. And is that a little bit of like selfishness on our part? Maybe. But I also feel like they don't have the same guilt that we do when we try to like tune the kids out in regular, like if I'm sitting at my desk, the way I tune them out. I don't think our wives feel the same guilt that we do because we know we don't have the same connection with the kids that they do. Like, at least for me, the girls, they play differently in their mother's office than they play in my office, right? In their mother's office, they're more carefree and they can play themselves, blah, blah, blah. They'll entertain themselves. When they're in my office, they kind of do the same thing, but it's different. It's like it's like they're tiptoeing around. Like, you remember that game, Don't Wake Daddy?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of feel like they're doing that, and I guess maybe have I yelled at them in the past or have I been more busy? I don't know, but it's almost that kind of like, you don't interrupt daddy kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I feel like there's just a different connection with the kids and the mothers probably don't feel as guilty. But yeah, so like I feel like maybe the mothers don't feel the same guilt we do in like kind of ignoring the kids because the kids probably don't have that same kind of caution around them. So maybe they don't feel the need to like lock themselves in a bathroom, but at the same time maybe they do, but we can only speak from our own experience.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay away from assuming the mom point of view. Like
that's probably the best thing, but I did have to acknowledge that like they probably need that space as much as we do, but they don't take it the way we do.
Listen, we're not chauvinists, okay? We just play one on TV.
Oink, oink.
But yeah, I can't speak for my wife. I don't know what goes on in that bitch's head, I'll be honest. I love my wife to death. I don't get her. I've been married with her. We're going on 15 years. I said it earlier, and I still don't get her. And
I mean, can you ever really understand somebody that's not your best boy?
Maybe, right? I know. Like, it's easier to understand the boys than it is sometimes your own fucking wife, which is
the boys.
A shame. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so like I can't speak for her, right? I don't know what's going on through her head. And you know what? Thinking about it to me is a waste of time. I can't think about that.
You know what though? Like having this conversation, I will say has kind of made me feel a little bad about it. And I'm probably gonna like talk to my wife afterwards and be like, hey, do you need time like that? Like my time is in the bathroom. Do you need like I'm sitting in my, because like she likes to do her nails and stuff like that. Do you need I like to sit in the bonus room and do my nails time? Because now that I'm thinking about it, now that we're talking about it, we don't know what's going through their heads, but they probably need time away from them little hope smashers and dream killers more than we do.
So yeah, like, and I agree with that, right?
And I say that in love. I love my kids.
Yeah, but they are they're little dream smashers. It's true.
I name my D&D dice after them. Hope Smasher and Dream Killer.
But like, yeah, I don't know, right? So I can only kind of go based off of what I feel, and like, I'm very selfish when it comes to my time, right? I'm that guy that is ready to say, I'm gonna go do this. I want to go do this. Oh, is this something that you need to do, or is this something that you want to do? That's a conversation we generally have a lot, and
that's actually a really good, like, going off topic, need versus want is a really good thing to teach, not only yourself and to discuss with your partner, but your kids.
Yeah, it is.
Huge thing. Actually, that was a huge change I had to make in my life, telling myself, okay, there's a need and there's a want. And once I understood that, it was easier to teach my kids that. Sorry, got off topic, but that's a really good.
Yeah, that is a good one. We should actually have a thing on that.
Hey, here's your hook for next episode: need versus want.
Need versus what?
Or maybe we'll just talk about dicks. Who knows?
Or maybe both. But yeah,
need the dick or want? Oh my God, nobody's gonna listen to us.
It's all right. We're having fun here. But anyway, so like, you know, and I'll tell her, like, listen, this is something that I want to do. I want to go and do this thing. I want to go play kickball with this random Google Meetup group. I want to go play D&D with some of my friends. I want to do this, right? And I will take that time. I'll do it, right? And unfortunately, that means that she's going to be there watching the kids. And it, in a sense, if you look at it, outside looking in, it's not fair, right?
Not at all.
It really isn't.
But you're taking the initiative.
Right. I've also taken the initiative to say, hey, go do something. Get out there. What do you like to do? Like, I realize that I am taking a lot of time. I realize that I am being selfish. I've only got 24 hours in the day. I only got 7 days a week. Everybody does. On my priority list, doing the things that I like to do is up there, right? And
I mean, that should be up there for everybody's priority list, but it's not.
Right. Well, but what happens is the kids take a lot of time.
The kids take all the time, bro.
Yes.
Even now, like, I'm listening out to hear if I hear one of them crying, you know?
Right.
Even though my wife and my sister-in-law are in the house, worst comes to worst, I'm going to have to run and take care of something.
Right. And your boy, Frank the Tank.
Daddy, no mommy, only daddy.
And your boy, Frank the Tank, is over at this guy's house, leaving his kids in the dust.
This mother.
But there, I feel like there's this thing where if you dedicate all of your time, all of your energy, all of your available brain power to raising your kids, right? You're going to lose yourself. You as the person, right? You as the person can still be a dad, can still be the person you were before you were a dad, and should be somebody different later on.
So devil's advocate, right? What if you're a kind of person who's like, oh, but the person I want to be is a dad? Because there are people out there, especially those people who are into the whole breaking generational trauma kind of thing. Like, I had a bad dad. I want to be the dad. I want to be super dad. I want to be, you know, Ben Parker. Ben was the name, right? Ben Parker from Spider-Man. That was his uncle, like his
Uncle
best.
Ben. Yeah,
Uncle Ben. You know, I want to be, you know, Superman's dad. I want to be the dad, right. You know?
Jonathan Kent, those sort of figures.
Yeah.
So I personally think those are great aspirations to reach for, right? Though my only concern is that those goals are being measured by somebody else, right?
You mean you're acting to kind of fit this role to please some outside observer that's unnamed kind of deal, like, you know?
Technically, yes, but really, who's judging that? Who is saying you are the Jonathan Kent, you're the Ben Parker, your kids are, right? Your kids are going to be the final judge on whether or not you're a good dad, and you're aspiring to be that good dad, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, at the end of the road, you're going to be sitting on your deathbed, and your kid is going to be the one that makes that judgment call, and your kid could be wrong. In your eyes, from your perspective,
Our kids are wrong a lot.
your kid could be wrong. So why leave that justification in their hands? That's my point.
Why wouldn't it be the children who judge us, right? Because think about it. Us being good fathers or not, in our heads, goes back to, yeah, I'm breaking that generational trauma, right? But it doesn't matter. It's not going to change our life much. It's going to affect their lives, whether we're a good father or not, more than it affects us.
Right. My point is that you, like, us reaching for that goal, right? Us trying to aspire to that awesome dad status isn't in our control. It's just not. You know, like, we're not the ones that determine that. Our kids are. You know how many, and you've seen this too, you know how many fucking shitty dads are out there that their kids are just begging for their approval, even into adulthood.
Yeah.
Who love them to death, who will take anything from them because they love their father so much, even though their father is a piece of shit, right? On top of that,
That's the sad part, bro.
yeah, and the opposite happens too. How many good fathers are out there that have done so much, sacrificed so many years,
And their kids like, I hate my father.
my father sucks.
Yeah.
He doesn't do this and he doesn't do that.
So, you're coming off as a nihilist because it's essentially sounding like you're like saying, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so no, but that prefaces the next part, right? It's
All right.
not that it doesn't matter,
Bet.
right?
Give it to me. Give it to me, baby.
It's not that it doesn't matter.
Dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis.
What
Okay,
I'm
I'm sorry,
saying,
go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
You're gonna make me piss my pants after all these fucking beers.
Damn it, Corona.
But where was I? Yeah, so it's not that none of it matters, right?
Mhm.
It's that focusing on the result when the result is out of your hands is a little it doesn't do you any justice. There's going to be a point where your kids hate you no matter what, right?
Teen years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, man. Even number one, bro.
You're coming up on teen years, bro.
My son is going through it. The pubertus is coming. I feel it.
Wait. The what?
The pubertus.
The pubertus.
The ugly monster pubertus. For anybody who remembers old school Robot Chicken. But
God damn it.
dating myself again. Yeah, it's coming. And it's hitting him hard. Like, yeah.
Bro, that was a few too many innuendos there. It's coming hard.
No, so I mean, and like, there's just things, man. Like, you do everything you can. You do everything you can, and at some point, there's gonna be issues. You're gonna have intersections where just your best is not enough. That's just how it works.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But
So, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So my point is, instead of measuring your success based on someone else's perspective, measure it on yours. That's all I'm saying.
So what you're saying is, don't get into dick measuring contests.
Not
And
with
if you
somebody
do-
else. Yeah,
Use your ruler that you know is skewed.
exactly.
Yo, I got a 9-inch dick. How, dude? Look, my ruler says it. Your ruler says 139.
No, those are millimeters, sir. Those are centimeters.
We don't use metric here. We're imperial measurements. Damn it.
You're saying 9 inches, but it's really 9 centimeters.
Wait. You read that wrong. That says 9 millimeters. Nanometers.
and it, you know, like, that whole concept worries me, right? I'll get into kind of a little bit of story. I feel like I've been talking a lot here, but I'll let you take over for a sec after this.
Long-winded motherfucker.
Oh my god, dude! I see it. I ramble a lot. So fucking stop me if I ramble too much.
After 12 years, it took a podcast for you to realize you're a rambling motherfucker.
No, and you know what? You know what actually made me realize that I ramble? My fathers. My biological dad and my stepdad.
Yes.
I've been talking to them on the phone, and both of those motherfuckers have started old man rambling.
Dude, I love your stepdad. I love Steve. But I don't know what he's saying when he rambles.
That's because he's got that southern drawl.
He'll be like, hey, Joe. I'm like, hey, Steve. Be like, yeah, so, you got them girls. Like, yeah, Steve.
He's a real life boomhauer. I don't hear it because I've known him for a very long time, but I get it when people say it.
I get what you mean. It's like how people are like, what did your daughter say? I was like, she said clear as day that she wants Cheez-Its. How did you not hear that? Like you learned to translate, right?
But it scares me to death because when I talk to them on the phone, they ramble, and I have to like, okay, all right, bye, all right, see you later, bye.
You know,
bye,
it's funny.
bye.
This is a topic I wanted to get into in one of our eventual episodes. If you feel like you're becoming your father or your father figures or just a father in general,
Yeah.
like, because I've noticed it, bro.
I'm totally getting there too. I'm already there.
My daughter left the fridge open the other day, and I was like, "Hey, why's that fridge open? It's beeping."
You pay the electric company. You in it with the electric company.
So my sister-in-law lives with us, and the other day, like, I forgot what she did. I was like, "Yo, are you? Do you work for the electric company? What's up?"
Yo.
She's just looking at me like, what?"
I told the wifey that all the time. Like, yo, your boyfriend works at the electric company or what?
Yo, my daughter be trying to tell Google what to do, and she's like, "Google, colder," and I was like, "Hey, don't mess with the thermostat. Don't mess with the thermostat."
Bro, number 2 has like really bad stutteritis when she tries to talk to like Alexa and Google.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna comment. I ain't even about that.
So she goes, Alexa, can you
Just a little bit.
She can't get anything out. Anyway, I feel like we got off track.
Dude, we've gotten off track for like 40 minutes out of a 52-minute and counting podcast. I'm gonna have to cut this down to like a 30-minute episode.
That's fine. You do all the editing. I'm just here for the jokes.
You motherfucker.
But where was I? So, yes.
All right, so this might sound like a jump cut, but we had to pause, take care of some stuff. We realized that we are really bad on tangents, so we apologize. This is still episode 1. We will fix it, but Frankie did remember his point.
Do not apologize.
Oh, I thought you said don't promise something you can't follow through on.
Do not apologize. It shows weakness.
Never give up. Never surrender. More quotes that date us.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your finishing thought.
All right. So what I was going to say, and feel free to stop me, to interject, whatever.
Stop. Hammer time.
On the good dad argument, right?
Yeah.
There and being judged by your children, right? And
Yes.
the amount of time you spend with your children and what it constitutes to be a good dad.
Yes.
I have a friend of mine, a really good friend, right? That unfortunately is going through a divorce right now. This guy changed his life, made everything about his family. All of his time, all of his energy, all of his effort became, I am super dad.
That's admirable.
Right? This happens, right? We see it a lot.
But is it too much too late? Too little too late?
No, this guy was day one. Pregnant. All right. Used to be a party guy. Used to be.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I thought you meant once he's going through the divorce is when he's trying to be super dad.
No.
He was day one in it.
Day one, super dad. All of a sudden, okay, listen, our daughter deserves more, right? Our kid deserves more. I can't be this hanging around guy. I can't be just hanging out at bars, fucking around, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So he shut himself down to be the better dad.
He became the good dad, but he lost himself in the process, right? When you ask him, hey, what is it that drives you? What is it that pushes you forward? His kids. Great. Admiral quality.
Not a bad answer, but
Not
it
a bad
could be a
answer.
sign of losing yourself, yes.
Yeah. The thing is that your kids are supposed to go and do their own thing eventually.
So to that point, I saw something the other day, and I don't know how good the math was on this, but it said something to the effect of, by the time your child hits 18, you've spent 90% of the time with them that you will ever spend with them in your entire life.
That makes sense.
So to bring that back to what you're saying, like, he's spending all this, he's basically putting 100% of his energies towards that. Cool. So what happens after they leave?
Right.
Who are you? What's
are you?
left?
Right. And I guess
You just spent your 90% with them, but you still got life left to live. And
exactly.
who's your wife? Who are
Right.
you?
Wifey picked up on that and didn't like it. And you
That
know what?
sucks.
It sucks because it's like a slap to the face. Listen, I did the right thing. I did the right thing. I was super dad. I
And
was Family
disclaimer,
Guy.
not all women are going to act like that, right? You know,
Every
every
we're all
relationship
humans.
is different.
Yeah.
We understand that.
We're all humans. You know, yeah.
I'm an alien.
But it's a
Venus.
it's a very simple, small kind of example of what can happen when you put so much emphasis on the results of something being from other people, right?
But on the flip side, we both know very well what happens when you don't care.
Yeah.
When you just come into it like, so what? I'm a father. I'm still me. I'm still going to drink. I'm still going to do drugs. I'm still going to party. I'm still going to have side chicks. Like, we've seen it. We know it. You know, we've grown up around people that have been that way, whether it's friends, family members, stuff like that. We've seen the result of that kind of fathering.
Yeah.
So it's a wire balancing act, right? You got to walk that tightrope.
There's a nice chunky middle ground that we can all exist in. A nice meaty, girthy, veiny middle ground.
Why has it got to be a penis?
I said meaty and girthy and veiny. You jumped to penis.
All right, if I can figure out how to put a poll on the comments, if we ever freaking even upload this, if somebody says meaty, girthy, veiny, what do you think? What do you think? You know what?
This is getting posted no matter what.
We're calling it here.
No, come on. We're not even done.
I mean, the kind of concept we were going for this round was time.
Yes.
That was the whole point of, like, why do we take so much time in the bathroom? It's because as a father, you need time for yourself. Whether you feel guilty like I do about the time you take as opposed to the time your partner takes, or whether you don't, like Mr. I'm a shit and I don't care over here. You need that time. You can feel guilty. You can not feel guilty. You can be on your phone. You can be imagining stuff. You can be doing something unspeakable. You do you. Whatever it takes when you're in the bathroom, you need that time.
Definitely.
Because as fathers, we know we don't get any other time. Because I'll tell you, even when I'm in the garage working with power tools and stuff like that, I can expect to hear, Daddy. And it's like, yo, you're going to die if you come out here. Like, wood can shoot back from this table saw. Like, what are you doing? But the kids don't care.
1 and 2 come in saying, hey, can I help?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's a big one.
No, you're going to fuck this up.
Yeah, or yourself.
You're going to hurt yourself. Exactly.
Yeah, so, like, that's the only place that we can get that peace. As men, we find our peace in that solitude, that alone time. Me, 4 walls, and my thoughts.
Yeah.
You know? And that's important because that's time we need for ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. You can feel guilty if you want. I feel guilty about it because I feel like my wife needs that time too. But whether or not you feel guilty about it doesn't make it wrong, because we need that time.
Yeah.
Just maybe give yourself a courtesy flush when you're done.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. No one wants to smell that shit.
So this was episode 1. As you can tell, we're rough. We're rough around the edges.
Don't tell them that. It's okay.
What, we're smooth as a baby's ass?
Just let it be, man.
Look, we're coming back. We're going to do more. Whether you listen to it or not, we're talking. So you're stuck with us. But yeah, you know what? I enjoyed this. I want to continue doing it. I want to talk to y'all. I want y'all to hear me. I want you to hear him.
But yes, you will hear more of our bullshit. Definitely. Whether you want to or not, it'll be out there.
And any friends or family listening,
Please
don't cut us out.
Yeah, please don't listen. Not friends and family, please.
Wives, please don't listen.
Oh my God, please, no.
They're going to listen.
No, they're not.
They are, just to make fun of us.
They'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Girlfriends on the side that our wives don't know about. Don't listen.
They just might.
All right. And we're out.
Ending. 3.
Anything you want to say in closing?
No, you wrapped it up pretty nicely. I like it.
All right, cool.